Hi, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Cryptids. Hopefully, this episode is not going to be as chaotic as the most recent Hero of Ages. Well, now we're
Something.
now we're learning. Okay, hold on. I got nothing. Oh, I got wood. I got my
There you go.
little yeah. Okay. Anyways.
I have
Okay.
a wood spoon.
So, I can beat that ass. Oh.
It looks like
Never
a
mind.
spoon.
That's so funny. Did you get that at like Feast of the Hunter's Moon?
I don't remember.
I feel like that's a very Feast of the Hunter's Moon thing.
Yeah.
But
I don't remember.
so during one of the last episodes, well, not even during one of the last episodes, we had spoken during one of the last recordings about doing like going to Google Earth and like hitting like a I'm feeling lucky kind of thing and it landing on a country, and that's where we would choose to like do the not necessarily the folklore, but like the cryptids. And we did that off camera, but we actually landed in Estonia, and I was super stoked because I actually visited Estonia. I studied abroad, and that was one of the countries I visited, so that was really fun. Um, so we decided we're gonna do a little Estonian Baltic cryptid episode. So
Heavy on the little. It's gonna be a very short episode.
yeah, a lot of the thing about the Baltics is that a lot of the either like folklore or cryptids of the area is it's very mixed with like the local legends. I feel like cryptids is a very Americanized term for things.
Yeah.
Um
This is more of a
like the
mythological
unknown.
creature.
Yeah. Mine is not necessarily mythological, but it's definitely like conjuring kind of thing. So that's the only problem with cryptids outside of the US is it's not like a random occurrence of like aliens or whatever, but it would be considered cryptid folklore or whatever. Um non-religious, let's just say that. It doesn't follow a specific religion. So okay, so I'm going to talk about the Kratt. I think that's how it's pronounced. My little pronunciation guide has a H in it, and to me that is an A. So, in Estonian mythology, there is a creature that is not necessarily born of nature or, random happenings. It is actually born of human ambition. Um, it's a being that is cobbled together from the detritus of everyday life, like hay, broken tools, bones, discarded furniture, things that you're just like throwing away.
Sounds like my space.
And yeah, basically. And so it is the Kratt. To animate a Kratt, one must strike a deal with the devil himself, offering 3 drops of blood to seal this pact. Once alive, the Kratt becomes a tireless servant, loyal only as long as it's kept busy. So its primary task is theft. It steals goods, treasures, and grain, anything its master desires. So if you are a rich nobleman, you're going to want items of goods that you can sell for more money or whatever. Um, if it is, but like the idleness of it is its curse. If it is left without any type of work, the Kratt grows restless, dangerous, and ultimately self-destructive. So in folklore, the only way to rid oneself of a Kratt is to assign it an impossible task, like building a ladder from bread. The frustration ignites the creature and it burns to ash. So, same.
Right. Relatable.
Am I a Kratt? Am I a Kratt?
I also feel like I'm made up of random garbage sometimes, so like
This is just like early European ways to deal with people with ADHD. Anyways. It's so this burning is so iconic. That Estonian folk astronomy have actually interpreted fireballs streaking across the sky as Kratts combusting mid-flight. So if you see a shooting star, you know somebody ran out of tasks. But it's not just a myth, it's actually a mirror. It reflects this deep cultural kind of thing that we have, like anxieties, or it's around greed, exploitation, and the consequences of shortcuts. So in modern Estonia, the Kratt has been reimagined as a metaphor for artificial intelligence. I tell you what, I used AI for sources on this, so it's yelling at me. Fuck, where was I? Oh, okay. A machine that must be kept productive or risks spiraling out of control. So this reinterpretation has sparked national conversations about automation, about ethics, and about the soul of labor. So what happens when our creations outpace our control? The Kratt story has actually transcended oral tradition. It does appear in literature, but most notably in the Rehepap by Andrus Kavirak. Kavirak. It is a satirical novel that critiques rural Estonian obsession with wealth and superstition. Man, this is in this tale, the Kratt is not just a servant, but a symbol of moral decay, a reflection of a society willing to barter its soul for material gain. So visually, Kratts are often depicted as humanoid figures made of junk with glowing ember, like fire, ember, eyes, and a menacing posture. In some versions, they transform into a fiery serpent. How many times have you ever said serpents like a ph? Have you always called it pence or fence? Because let me tell you what, never in my fucking life have I ever pronounced serpents correct. Okay. I'm I'm gonna blame my teachers then, because what the fuck? I literally say serpents everywhere. And not I think it was like 2 years ago, I was listening to somebody. It's a Stray Kids song, and um in the song it's like, I'm swerving and something on Serpent Road, and I was like, I'm not trying to judge because they are obviously not English speakers, but they said that incorrectly. All right, I'm just gonna shut my American mouth up because he said it correct. Like, god damn it. Serpents. I know I didn't have a lisp. I didn't have language problems like speech impediments. I didn't have any of that.
I'm wrong too. I can't think of one specifically right now, but like I do the same thing. So
Oh, I remember one that Will popped out. He goes, "For the love of God, say it correctly." And I was like, "What is it?" And it was like, supposedly. We said supposedly. Yeah, we say V instead of a D, and that's a Midwestern thing. That is something that a lot of Midwestern people do. Supposedly, and I'm gonna blame that on the fact that my grandparents came from Ireland and they lived in like North Chicago, so they got a little bit of that Midwestern thing with my grandparents, or with my parents or grandparents growing up. So yeah, supposedly. But anyways, they transform into fiery serpents or dragons when transporting treasure, linking them to broader European motifs like the flog drake. Sorry about hiccuped. Their mythic cousins appear in the Finnish and Germanic folklore as treasure guardians or mischievous spirits, but the Estonian Kratt stands apart for its blend of servitude, danger, and moral complexity. To me, this is like a giant mix of the Hero of Ages with the Mistwraiths and the Kandra. Like servitude, but also this also reminds me, like, I'm mean, if it's like a humanoid thing, I am honestly picturing the little old like hoarder lady from the Labyrinth. Have you
I'm
ever watched the
picturing.
Labyrinth? You never watched the Labyrinth?
No, I didn't want to say that out loud, but no, I haven't. Um, I'm picturing like like a little straw doll, like a little tiny like voodoo doll made out of straw.
I just you just like fucking ruined my life. Oh my God, you
I
never watched the
know.
Labyrinth?
That's why I don't like to say it out loud because people are always shocked.
That was a cult classic. You know what? That's fine because you know what? I looked it up. I'm gonna show you right now. This is who I do be talking about. Okay, maybe. Where's the share button? This bitch right here. I tell you what.
Okay.
She's a tiny little 4-foot humanoid thing. Like that's her face, and
Oh,
she's
okay.
just full of things. That's what I'm
All
saying.
right.
She looks like me on a Sunday morning. Like
It is Sunday morning and you don't look like that.
I did a little bit of work, okay? Anyways, that was so fucking rude. Brittany, I swear to God, y'all gonna have a movie day, okay?
Brittany doesn't know who Wishbone is.
I'm done with both of you. I can't.
Do you know who Wishbone is?
I do know who Wishbone is,
Okay, good. We were at the
but like
dog
the
park
fact
and I was
that
like, that dog looks like Wishbone. And she was like, who's Wishbone? What? Only the
you
like
can't sit with
best
us.
little literary drama dog ever.
Okay, Brittany can't sit with us at the table. You can sit with me, but you gotta sit at the other end. Listen, I was so excited. We were driving one day and I was like, I'm just a little worm. And Will's like, what the fuck? And I was like, Labyrinth. It's the Labyrinth. And he goes, what about it? And I was like, they have a little tiny worm on there asking for them to come in for a spot of tea. And he just looks at me like, no. But there's like a scene in it where it's like my favorite scene. Well, there's two favorite scenes, but there was one where it was like, it's like, me? No, I'm just a worm. Come inside and meet the missus. Have a little cup of tea. And I'm like, you look like a little Berkworm. Like, I'll come in and have a cup of tea. And then a little later, there's like these little tiny gremlins that like pop up and it goes, your mother's a fucking aardvark. Shit is funny. And it's in the middle of like the David Bowie and his characters like having this like dance montage or whatever in like the goblin like castle, and she's like trying to go through a labyrinth and she's using lipstick to like mark her spots so she knows like where she's been and where she hasn't been. And these like little creatures like will pop up and like fuck with her, basically like move the things around, and she marks something and walks away, and this little thing pops up and goes, your mother's a fucking aardvark, and then flips it and then jumps right back in. Like, it's like never ending story, like Jim Henson kind of thing, like puppets, but gold. It is so good. Anyways,
I've heard
fucking
good
rude.
things, but I've just never watched it.
It's time to watch it now. Do you want to watch football with her? No? Cool. Watch the
I'm gonna
Labyrinth,
be
man. I tell you what.
reading because if I don't read, then I'm not gonna. I have rehearsal every night this week, so I'll be reading so I can be prepared for next weekend.
Well, I'm glad you can be prepared.
Because otherwise,
Will's
I will
like,
not have time to read.
Will's like, are you just like losing interest? And I was like, no, I have debilitating procrastination. That's
Girl, same.
thanks.
Because I'm always like, I don't want to record, and then we get on here, and I always have a good time, like talking and chatting and doing all the things. But
Dude,
like,
yeah, like that's the same like with like I'll be sitting all day like, fuck, I don't want to put my face on Zoom. I don't want to like
yeah,
I don't want to voice act. I don't want to do anything. And Will's like, are you not enjoying it? And I was like, yeah, I
that's
do
not what I
enjoy it. I
said.
really enjoy it, okay? I love every minute of it that I'm on it. Then why are you bitching? You're gonna have a good time. And I'm like, ugh.
It's the starting of a task. The starting of a task is just
Yeah.
like, ugh.
That's why when I go to tell my therapist, I'm gonna be like, ma'am, I don't know what is going on with my whatever and my Adderall, but I tell you what, I've been crying more often than I feel like I've cried in my like entire life.
Right? Like, what the fuck is happening?
I'm stressed, ma'am, and it's because I can't start tasks. I don't know. Anyways, okay. So we're looking at the little hoarder lady from the labyrinth. This is kind of what I'm picturing. Whatever the fuck she's picturing is not that. But anyways, um okay, here he goes. Okay, so the Krat's not just from like literature, it's actually gone further than just that. It has been reimagined in opera, ballet, and in film. Please do not come for me when I say these words. Tauno or Tauno, Ants, opera, Rehepop, um, Edward Tubin's ballet Kratt, and Rainier Sarnet's haunting film November all explore the creature's symbolic weight. These multimedia interpretations have visual and auditory poetics to evoke the Kratt's emotional resonance. The eerie loyalty, the fiery rage, and its tragic end sounds like my ex relationship. That's fine. A little less loyalty in that one, but so no one really knows what the Krot is. Some people say it's a goblin, it's a servant, it's a warning. It could be all three. It's obviously a creature born from our desire to control, to accumulate, to shortcut the natural order, all of those things. And in doing so, it does remind us that every bargain has a cost. Which, duh. Every servant does have a breaking point. So be fucking nice, okay? But long story short, keep your Krauts busy or you're gonna risk that goddamn fire.
My long story short is going to be even shorter because there's just
Knock
not a
on
lot. So
wood. It's
that
going to be
one,
40 minutes.
no, it won't. That one was the one with the most information out there about it from the Estonian area. I looked at a couple different other ones, and this is the one I landed on. So I'm going to talk about the Külmking, which is like it says undead ghost, but that doesn't make sense to me. That seems contradictory. So it's like a ghost or a spirit of
A
someone
ghoul.
who was evil or immoral in life. Um, they like to hang out around public areas, like nature areas, but like public nature areas. So like forests, swamps, and they prey on unsuspecting travelers. So children playing alone in the woods, it's not a good idea. Don't do it. Some sources say that it can appear as a cat or a dog, like it can shapeshift and appear as a cat or a dog to like draw people in. And then if it's
Same.
trying to hide, it will turn into a stack of hay. It's fine. Apparently, hay is a big thing in this culture. It just turns into a stack of hay. And then if you hear you hear a whistle, and then the temperature drops unexpectedly, that is the Külmking. The Külmking whistles and brings a sudden drop in temperature. So these creatures are characterized as they have evil intent. So not only are they going to abduct people or eat them, especially children, they also might possess people or transform them like into demonic versions of themselves, like corrupt people. They do have a limitation though that's going to sound kind of familiar if anyone has much knowledge of vampiric lore. They cannot enter a private residence or a private enclosed space unless they are invited. So, um, that's kind of like vampires. They can't come in. It says private enclosed space, and I'm guessing that it says it like that because I feel like a cave would also count, like, or
Yeah.
something along those lines.
I think that's a Baltic thing too. Like, you can't come in unless you're invited.
Yeah, it's interesting. There are Külmkings and some modern things. There are like fan arts, but like artworks. It says deviant art, which makes me think of fan art, but it
Oh,
wouldn't
it's
technically be.
definitely fan art.
Yeah. Um, so Külmkings are like reimagined on platforms like that with creative twists. In one interpretation, it suggests that these beings, like Külmkings, were once human who were transformed via magic, kind of like werewolves. Um, but either way, these are like demonic forest spirits that are trying to eat your children. This is kind of like the boogeyman of Estonian mythology. Like, it's kind of giving that lesson because a lot of these cryptids or mythological creatures have like a lesson they're trying to teach, and it's talking about like the danger of the unexplored wild. So like just going off into the woods by yourself is not safe. The boogeyman might get you. Like, and in this case,
Maybe I want them.
the boogeyman is stop it. In this case, the boogeyman is a shape-shifting ghosty creature.
Ghosty with the mosty.
Eat you.
Same.
No.
I don't remember what yes is. Wait, what's yes?
This.
Oh.
But yeah, so that is the Külmking, and it's actually spelled. So I think I'm saying it correctly, and I looked up a pronunciation, but the person who was pronouncing it was American, so like, it's spelled K, and then it's the U with the two little dots above it, which
I think it's Külmking.
Yeah, and then LMKING.
That's like a ooh noise.
Yeah.
Külmking. Külmking.
Let me double check, make sure there wasn't anything else that I missed. Nope, that was it. So yeah, those are the Külmking. They aren't somebody that you're going to want to run into in the forest when you're by yourself. Told you it was going to be a real short one today. Should we, though, while we're here, go ahead and find the location for the next cryptids? That way we can actually do it on camera.
Sure, you do it.
Oh, okay. Let me pull up.
Sorry. With my internet the way it is, I probably should not open up any more than I need to.
That's fair. Okay, so I'm going to share this one. Share. Okay. Shit, where's the I'm feeling lucky button?
Oh, fun fact. You're in the wrong one.
Okay. Google World or Google Earth?
Google Earth.
My bad. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, good lord.
We're going up, 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 and on.
Have you watched that?
Nope. I tell you what, though, I got mental health issues.
So I don't know. Oh, okay.
Nope. I got mental health issues. I don't do that. Explore Earth.
Here we go. Are we ready?
What? Hold on. Yeah, I was gonna say I can't see shit. I see no projects. Okay, now do it. Now do it. I'm following your fucking mouse as if I'm the one controlling it. Dove Lake. That's great.
Dove
I don't know where that's at.
Lake.
Scroll out.
Uh, is this Australia? Oh, Tasmania. Cool.
You know, our internet sucks when the viewers are just staring at Dove Lake and nothing else. Oh, there it is. Okay. And there she goes. Okay. I don't know. She's not being recorded anymore. But next time we do cryptids, we're gonna go to Tasmania. We're gonna try to stay away from the Maori, the like Polynesian sort of cryptid location, just because we did do Hawaiian folklore. So we will try to stay away from the indigenous tribes over there, since a lot of their culture is very similar to Hawaiian folk, not necessarily Hawaiian folklore, but like very similar to like Samoan folklore kind of stuff. So, but devil. I really wish the Tasmanian devil. I knew it was a real creature, like obviously after I saw it at the zoo, but I wish it wasn't, because that would be so fucking dope. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that shit would be so dope. But okay, anyways, until next time.